It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. But tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go, Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Tua now on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left, Hill. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Play action, now it's Tua. They'll get this to his tight end, it's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alec Ingold taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2.
Play action. It's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here come the Dolphins. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. Running the counter with Mostert.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On play action, here's Tua. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now Tua.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Devon Achane.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 16.
They'll start on the ground with Moss.
Escapes the defender, and he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again here with Moss.
Powers through him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's Burrow. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Here's Brad Robbins now.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
2 in the Dolphins offense getting ready to take over once again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Tua going to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd and 10.
Here's Tua.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Here's Jones on the return.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Burrow will throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
A 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Tua sets up to pass it. It's caught. Smith. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Short throw to Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 5.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Tua now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now it's Burrow.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 18. A good pickup there at 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are back within a score.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the 1st half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. and he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Tua going to throw. Pass incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
They go play action with Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Burrow on play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back now in Cincinnati. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Bengals 16.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll drop this underneath the moss.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 2nd down, Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9.
Burrow looking to pass. And he will find his man on the outside. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go up the middle here with Moss.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they go play action now. Burrow, and he fends him off.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Brown is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
9 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On play action, here's Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 35 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Bengals 23.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. It's going to be a gain of 13 there as they convert by a good 3 yards on 4th down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And Burrow going to throw again. Here's Higgins out on the right side. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. CD, this is the ideal situation, the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long. They've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players